Today, we are talking about 5 steps you can do this spring to proactively make your life better. Hey, welcome back to another episode of The One Row. My name is David. Today, we are diving into 5 things you can do this spring to make your life better. Now, we've broken it down into 5 different categories of things that you can do right this second that are going to make the rest of spring, summer, and even into fall a much better experience for you. Now, given the world situation, the tumult that's going on with the tariff war and instability across much of the world in India and Pakistan, Ukraine is still an issue. There's many wars going on in Africa that we never even hear about. But it's pretty crazy out there right now. But these are some things that aren't going to necessarily fix those things, but it's more about you and what you can do this spring. Spring is a time of renewal. It's a time to put off bad habits. It's a time to do better, to make amends. It's about restarting, right? Doing better. The first thing is spring cleaning and organizing. Now, I don't mean just like getting your bathroom really, really deep clean like you probably should already, but I'm talking about actually organizing and cleaning your preps. Now, I'm going to have a confession to make. In my office, I have my desk, then I have a chair behind me, and then behind that, or like on the floor against that wall, I have a row of stuff that I've ordered to go into emergency kits, to go into, car preparedness kits, to put into my everyday carry, to put on some kind of a tactical vest, or to mount on one of my firearms. And it stacks up because I mean, it's so easy to go on Amazon or go on Optics Planet or to go somewhere else and order that thing that's just going to make all the difference in your prepping, right? And you order that thing and it comes in and you're like, crap, it's going to take me like 45 minutes to mount that on my firearm, or it's going to take me, I got to go get that kit out of the car and I got to add these flares. I actually bought some electric road flares. I got to go put that in my car kit and blah. Well, it's really, really tough to take the time to go do the thing. It took me 5 minutes to order it. Then it got here. I unboxed it. I was like, oh, that's cool. The thing's pretty sweet. And then I set it there with the intent of actually getting it done. And it just doesn't get done. So part of this is actually getting some of your preps in order. I know most of you probably have a gear pile, a stuff pile, going through that, getting it put into your kit wherever it goes. But another thing that you can do this spring is to actually start your garden. Now, there are times in my life where I've had dedicated garden space. One house I had the HOA, love HOAs, right? It only allowed 100 square feet of garden space. So I had a nice long garden and I would grow as much in it as I could, from tomatoes to okra, onions, peppers. God, what else did I have in there? I tried carrots. I could never get carrots to grow. I still haven't been able to get carrots to grow. It should be so easy, but I don't. I've tried potatoes and tires before. I've done buckets on patios. Whatever you can do in your situation. If you're in an apartment, do you have a balcony? Can you take a 5-gallon bucket from Home Depot or Tractor Supply, drill some holes into it, put some soil into it, and plant a cherry tomato, and just see if you can get some cherry tomatoes off for you to enjoy. Start the process. Learn how. Do a little bit of research. Put some effort into learning how to garden if you've never done it before. Now, some of you have beautiful, potentially acres of garden, and if you do, congrats to you. Like, you're in a great place, and that's commendable. But if you're starting out, if you haven't done it, my challenge to you is try some gardening for the first time. Like I said, cherry tomatoes. Maybe it's some small sweet peppers. Maybe it's potatoes. There's lots of things that you can try that aren't necessarily particularly difficult, but it gives you the chance to actually get your hands in some dirt, to take care of a plant, watch it grow through the spring and summer. Like I said, if you do an indeterminate cherry tomato vine, and you can actually get quite a lot of cherry tomatoes off of one vine that'll last you well into the fall before that thing finally slows down. So like I said, start small. If you're new to it, it's not a big expenditure to buy a pack of seeds and a bucket and a bag of dirt. And drill some holes in it, water it regularly, and you're good to go. The next thing that I highly recommend you do, and I've learned this from experience, is to take care of your HVAC this spring. Now, I've already had my air conditioner die on me twice, and it's primarily because the air vents were dirty. You need to change your filters on your HVAC system about every month, to be honest with you. The more the better, to keep that airflow nice and going through the HVAC system. I'm not an HVAC guy, so I'm not going to tell you, like, I pretend like I know what I'm really talking about, but I know when it dies. And I've had it die twice. And basically what happened was my condenser outside started icing up. So I knew something was wrong. I looked into it. Either it needs refrigerant or it's an airflow issue. And the cheapest thing you can do is check the airflow. So I went and checked all the air filters on the vents, and lo and behold, we had been a couple months since we changed them. We changed them, restarted the system, and for the most part, it's been working very, very well. So change those air vents. That's going to help you in a couple ways. One is it helps your HVAC system work properly as the air conditioning starts to kick in and the days start getting hotter. Nothing sucks worse than the AC going out at your house and you live in Tucson, Arizona. I'm just telling you, it's not fun times. I don't live in Tucson, but my dad used to live down there, and it's really bad when the air conditioning goes out down there in the summer. But it also helps with your spring allergies. Pollen, if you are susceptible to different kinds of pollen and different allergens, having those air filters changed on a regular basis is really, really, really going to improve your allergy, the allergic response that you have in your home, and minimize that as much as you can without taking Zyrtec or Claritin or some other prescription drug. So stay on top of your air filters. If you haven't had the actual air conditioning or the vent ducts cleaned in a long time, consider hiring an HVAC specialist who will come and clean your ducts. It's a good idea. They'll check for mold, that nasty black mold that's so bad for you, especially if you live in the southeast of the United States, or northeast, actually, anywhere on the East Coast. Highly recommend doing that on every couple of years at least. But definitely check your ducts, check your vents, and check the filters and make sure everything is optimally set. The next thing I highly recommend that you do this spring on your home, assuming you have a home, if this is if you have an apartment or a condo, it's maybe not quite the same thing, but you want to check and maintain some of the exterior parts of your home. You're coming out of winter, maybe you had some ice damage, some ice dams, caused some water damage. Get all that stuff kind of patched up pretty quickly. Check your gutters. Make sure that the gutters are in a good spot, particularly when you get those strong spring rainstorms and you get a lot of washout. Make sure that you're getting some erosion around your foundation or near the downspouts. Make sure that you've got the proper splash guards and runs for that. So that's not a particular issue. If you have not done so already, start treating your lawn. If you are a lawn person, put down the pre-emergent pellets. If that's not your thing, then get the Roundup for lawns and get that sprayed on and start killing off your weeds. Give your lawn a chance to really come in well when the water and the sun are all in the temperatures are good. Give your lawn that best chance it has to overcome the dandelions and crabgrass and all the other crap that tries to sneak into your lawn. Number 5, the last one we're going to talk about today, is updating your emergency kits. Now, spring's a great time. It's probably been a while since you've opened up your emergency kits. Is that food expired? Is that water expired? You need to put some fresh water bottles. You need to replace those Mountain House meals that expired 5 years ago, or those MREs that are from Vietnam. Yeah, you need to freshen up those emergency kits. Do you need fresh batteries? I know I've lost a lot of equipment to put in some alkaline batteries, some Duracells into headlamps, and then after a couple of years sitting in the headlamps, they just start leaking out, and you get all that white corrosion. Just absolutely destroys flashlights, headlamps, lanterns, radios. I've had it eat up radios before. Tons of flashlights and headlamps. Those are the biggest offenders for me. But if you are putting bad batteries into your gear, check them, pull them out, and sometimes even consider don't put the battery in the gear piece, in the piece of gear until it's actually needed. So I know in like my car kit, for example, I don't put batteries into the thing until I need it, and then I'll it's like right there in the bag. So if I ever pull the bag out, I can slide the batteries in and I'm ready to go. Now, rechargeables, a little bit different story. A lot of my rechargeable gear, a lot of gear I have is rechargeable. And that gear, obviously, I can't pull the batteries out in the same way. And those batteries are less susceptible to the alkaline battery destruction. So anyway, emergency kits, springtime, prep it, get rid of the expired food, get rid of expired water, replace it, check your water filters, air filters across your house, plant a garden, do the good stuff that you need to do this spring so that you, one, will have a better summer, 2, your kit's all ready to go in case of emergencies, road trips this summer, camping trips. Hopefully you can get out with the fam and friends and enjoy the outdoors, the goodness of nature, and really enjoy your summer. But these are just 5 tips. I'm sure there's a lot more. What are some things that I missed? What are some things that you would recommend people do? Leave a comment below. Let me know what I missed. And anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.